I'm going to show you a whole bunch of other filters you may not know about. So here we are in Tableau desktop. This dataset is available, so check the description below. I'm going to bring in subcategory into the rows, and I'm going to bring in sales in here, and I'm just going to expand it to entire view. Pretty basic, and we are kind of done with the visualization. But say I wanted to filter this in a number of ways. Generally, when people are starting, the most they know is subcategory into filters into this section right here, and they can pick and choose what they want, and then that's the extent of their filtering capabilities. But in filters in Tableau, you actually have 3 more ways to do it, right? And then there's subsections beneath that. If you actually look down here, you're going to see this summary section. And let me zoom in one more time because I'm getting old. And you have subcategory here, which is the field that was brought in. Selection, 17 of 17 values. So we know there are 17 unique values. And then you're going to see wildcard, condition, and limit. All, none, none. What this tells you is you can actually use the following filters in combination. Okay, so keep that in mind. Up here on the top, you're going to see these extra tabs: general, wildcard, condition, and top. So we don't have to filter purely on an explicit selection, right? Say I go to top, right? I want to filter the top. What's the best place to put this? Let's say the top 5 in here based on the total sales. So instead of none, I'm going to set it to by field. It's top 10, sales, and sum. Okay, that's how you read that. If I hit apply, it's now going to filter for the top 10 items. So how can we check this? So there's 5 there and another 5 there. What's interesting about this, and kind of where people get confused, is whenever they try and do the top number of filters, they always try and do it off the sales. It's not off the sales, it's actually off the dimension that you're filtering in here. In the filter, you're using the sales as the way to determine which dimension you're choosing, if that makes any sense, right? So let's go back in here. So here in the top, you don't also have to filter by what's in the visualization, right? So let's say I go back to none, right? And I've got all this, and I'm going to bring profit into the columns, like so. I'm going to add profit into the colors, right? Just to make this next part easier. Okay. There we go. And I'm going to make this one highest to lowest. So the way you do that is if you hover over profit here, you're going to see a little symbol to sort at highest to lowest. Okay. All right. And I'm going to do it that way. So if I was to say, give me the bottom 5 based on this, where's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? You can use dimensions or measures not included as part of your visualization. Okay, so just remember this: tables, books, supply, fasteners, machines, right? So if I get rid of that now, it's not in the visualization. I can go back into subcategory in top, and I can use by field. I can use profit in here, as you can see, even though it's not in my visualization. So it gives you a lot of freedom in terms of how you're actually generating your analysis, right? So I can say profit and say bottom 5, I think we said, bottom 5 by sum of profit. So if I hit apply, those are the ones that we saw before. So keep in mind that you can cross-reference them. The other thing you can do is, say you have a stakeholder that wants to control how many top, how many bottom, right? So let's say we're doing top by sum of sales. All right, and I'm gonna leave this as, let's say, 30, just to include everything. Okay, say they want to be able to control it because they have a number of presentations that they do. Sometimes they do top 5, sometimes they do top 10. So instead of them always coming back to you or filtering it, you can actually connect this to a parameter. Okay, if you're not sure what a parameter is, I have heaps of videos on that, so be sure to check it out. So if I hit create a new parameter, a window is going to come up, and this is essentially a control for the stakeholder. So we're going to call this top choice. Okay, there we go. It's going to be it's a fixed data type because it's linked to this, so we can't change that. Current value is 30. We're going to make sure that it's only ever up to between top 5 and top 20. So here we're going to go 5, and here we're going to go 20. Step size is obviously going to be 1 because you can't say the top 5.5. Doesn't make any sense. Hit OK. You're now going to see parameter down here. We hit OK. Now if I go to the parameter on the bottom right and go show parameter, watch what happens. Right? So it's set to 20. If I drop the dial to, let's say, top 10. Okay. There you go. Right? So it's a great way to provide control to your stakeholders, right? So now let's have a look at some of the other ones. I'm going to go subcategory, right? So we've done that one. You can do it by a formula, right? So you can say sales, sum of sales, right? The only difference is this one is kind of more direct if you're using sales. But say you're doing something a bit more complicated. Well, what's the profit times 2 divided by the sum of sales multiplied by the total quantity for this? Right? When you get really complicated, that's when you can use this one right here. Generally, I don't use it all that much, except for very special cases. Main reason is because in our work as professional analysts, we don't always own the solutions forever. We'll build something, we move teams, and then this gets given to someone else. So I try not to do a lot of functions that are kind of hidden deep into the workbook because it becomes hard to track and hard to document and all that. That's the main reason, right? So I'm going to turn this back off to none, hit apply, right? Then I'm going to go to condition. Maybe we'll start with wildcard, right? So wildcard, if you've seen the filtering, works very similarly. So we can say here anything that has the letter A. Okay, set it to contains and hit apply. So this is all the words with the letter A in them. Now you can control whether it contains the letter A anywhere in the string. You can say it starts with the letter A. Let's try that. There's actually only 3. Our appliances and accessories. You can say it ends with something or it matches exactly, in which case it's no longer a wildcard. That's the wildcard filter, right? And then the last one is condition. All right, let me just reset this one. Clear, apply. Okay, and the last one is condition. So in condition, you are getting closer to just pure calculation, right? So say I go by field, and I want to go, give me anything greater than 100,000. So here I can leave it as sales, right? Sales, sum, and greater than 100,000. Now the whole purpose of this bit right here, which is just the weirdest addition that Tableau did. If you click load, all it does is for the viz that we have here, it just gives you the minimum and maximum values. Okay, that's all it does, right? Just so you can see the range. So if I hit apply, it's going to give me anything that's greater than 100,000. But what if you wanted to say anything that's greater than 100,000 and less than 200,000? That's when you need to start using formulas. So one formula I had is this, for example. So sum of sales is greater than 100,000 and sum of sales is less than 200,000. So you hit apply, and that will filter in there as well. By the way, you can connect parameters in there. You can get pretty sophisticated depending, again, on how you wire it up. But that is the 4 filters. And any filter that you do is going to show up in this summary section in case you ever needed to see, well, what have I added here, right? By the way, I teach all of this stuff along with where the filters go beyond just this section, whether it's in a sheet or in a dashboard, in different variations, or in a story, factoring in user experience. All of that stuff I teach on my website, so be sure to check that out. If you have problems or videos you want me to do, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed, and bye!